Beyblade was better than Pokemon.
Like you get no bitches.
As someone who grew up in the mid-2000s, I'd say my childhood was pretty much the golden age for kid entertainment in a lot of ways, where nowadays you can't find a toddler that's not watching Skibbity Toilet and frying their entire perception of reality. When I was younger, well, you did that, but it was with cool TV shows and toys instead, and probably less damaging to your mental health. There were a lot of random toys and action figures, but I found the perfect trifecta of the mid-2000s kid toys. The trifecta of adolescent enjoyment, if you will. These three pillars of my childhood were Bakugan, Pokemon, and Beyblades. And although all of these were great in their own ways, one stood on top in almost every single aspect: Beyblades. If you're a Pokemon fan, there's likely three ways you fell in love with the franchise. Either through the card game, the video games, or most likely the show. As you know, the original Pokemon show starred Ash Ketchum on his way to become the Pokemon Master by battling the strongest gym leaders and collecting as many Pokemons as he did it. Beyblade Metal Fusion starred Jenga Higane, who was a blader doing, well, practically the same thing, but he was a homeless bum who fought kids for fun.
My home is right here.
Y'all niggas is broke. Y'all niggas is bums. Y'all niggas ain't getting no bread.
Instead of gym leaders. So why do I say this is better? Well, when I say the show is better, I mean from today's perspective. If I went back and watched Pokemon, I'd likely get bored pretty fast.
Buford, you listening?
As much as I love Pokemon, it just doesn't have anything that makes me feel compelled to watch it nowadays. The characters are okay, but aside from Ash, Misty, and Brock, I can't really think of anyone worth my time, excluding obviously like Team Rocket and Professor Oak. To me, the show just doesn't age well, simply because of how standard and kind of good it was, which says more about me than the show probably, but this brings me to Beyblade. Where Pokemon gets stale, Beyblade keeps my attention 100% of the time, because bro, this show is so fucking goofy. Yes, it is just a generic shonen MC using the power of friendship to win battles, but the way they deliver these voice lines, bro, it sounds like that one gay high school fan dub.
You must be the new student maid of right.
Let's have one more battle. Go! Hey guys, look!
Hey, disconnected. Yeah, guys.
And the crazy shit that they do with literal toys is absurd. Like, with how powerful these things are, it'd be the equivalent of giving a child in the real world a loaded gun and telling them to go have fun with their friends.
You're gonna be fine, baby doll.
And this isn't even adding the fact that historically, Beyblades have been used to part the Red Sea, meaning the god created a Beyblade himself. Looking back at it, there's just so much more stuff I can laugh at in Beyblade than Pokemon, and that makes it more enjoyable to me, in my honest opinion. And for the toys, man, Beyblade sweeps.
Believe in yourself, believe in the heart of the car. I mean, that's the wrong anime, fuck.
It's almost not even fair though, since you have essentially a spinning armored core versus a piece of paper that probably gave 7-year-olds a gambling addiction. But be honest with yourself, how many of you as kids actually knew how to play the Pokemon card game? Probably none of you. Now, tell me if you've ever owned Beyblades, how many of you battled them? Probably everyone. I am aware Pokemon has toys outside of the card game, but the card game is the staple of the franchise, right there next to the games, so it's only right I choose it for the comparison. Admittedly, the one thing that Pokemon has and will always have over Beyblades is definitely the video games. For some reason, the Beyblade games are mostly just glorified puzzle games with like 1 or 2 features, and I don't really need to explain to you how memorable and enjoyable the Pokemon games were as kids, and even now. The Pokemon games, the DS ones anyways, stood the test of time perfectly, and especially now that you can officially emulate them on iPhones, a lot more people are probably still playing those old games for the first time today. As for Beyblade, probably not so much. I just started watching the entire Beyblade series again, so I figured this would be a fun video to make and kind of reminisce on my childhood a little bit. But go ahead and tell me what you think in the comments. Is Beyblade better, or am I just clouded by nostalgia bias, since admittedly I did watch more Beyblade stuff? As always, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe because it would mean a lot. I'll see you later.